Hi friends, Mrs. Guntert here. I'm here to teach you a math lesson and our learning objective is make 10 to add. If you hear some construction in the background, please try to ignore it. So we know that 10 is the most important number in first grade. Making a 10 makes it so we're organized when we go to add. So what's that special tool we use? We know that adding... Hi friends, Mrs. Guntert here. We have a little construction going on in the background, so try to ignore that if you can. I'm going to talk to you today about something we've talked about a little bit before. Making a 10 to add is our learning goal today. We know that the most important number in first grade is, 10. Because 10 is a great number. It's easy to add on to. Like if I said 10 and 1, 10 and 1 is, 11. 10 and 2 is 12. 10 and 3 is 13. 10 and 4 is 14, and so on. Makes it very simple. So making a 10 to add is a good strategy to try to use. How do I keep my information organized though so I can see how many there are? What's that special tool we use? Right, a 10 frame. So a 10 frame is easy to draw in your journal. If you make a rectangle and you draw 4 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4. I try to give them the same amount of space, but it's kind of hard to do. So, and then I just draw 1 line across. When I put things in a 10 frame, I can see how many there are right away. Okay, so let me give you your first math problem to add. We're going to add 9 plus 4 equals, what? And another way to write that is vertically. If we write it like this, though there's no equals that looks like this, the equals is actually the line on the bottom. And then our plus goes over here. So either way you write it, you're adding 9 and 4 as your parts. So let's build it. 5 on top. And how many on the bottom? 4. And I know this is 9 because 1 is missing and 1 less than 10 is 9. Now the other add end we have to add, or a part, is 4. So we're going to put it right here in our other 10 frame. These are kind of like our leftovers. But we can see that we can make a 10. Here, I'm just going to move the board so that the lamp is not in there. There we go. So we have 9 up here and 4 here. How many does 10 need in order to make him a complete 10? Right, 1. So I'm going to take 1 off of here and put it up there. Now, 9 plus 4 has become 10 and 3. No need to rewrite that because I know 10 and 3 easily is 13. Let's do another. Okay, so this time we're not going to add on to 9. We're going to try adding on to 8. So I'm going to build 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's add 8 plus 5. Or 8 plus 5 equals. Okay. Here's my 5. 8 plus 5, right? Does that look good? Just move this again. There we go. All right. This time, how many do we need to make a 10? That's right, 2. So, where am I going to get it? Knock, knock, knock. Hey, down there, 5. I need 2 of you. So we'll move 2 up here. And now we know this is a 10 because it's full. And down here we have 3. 8 and 5, 10 and 3 makes 13. So 8 and 5 must be 13. 8 plus 5 equals 13. So, our next math problem is 7 plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We know the top is 5, actually, because we know it's filled. 5 and 2 make 7. 7 plus 4. All right, let's look at that 10. We want to make a 10 to add. How many does it need? Yes, 7 needs 3 more to make a full 10. So I'm going to take those 3 up here, bring them up here. And now, instead, I have 10 and 1. See, I didn't get rid of any of them. I just moved them over here and rearranged them. Now 10 and 1 we know is 11. Great. All right, friends. Now I'm going to do something a little different. Sometimes we can't move the pieces because it's all on a paper. So I'm just going to show you what your paper looks like for today. You can see that some of these already have a 10. So there's no need to make a 10. You can just say 10 and 7 is, you know the answer. On this one, I have 7 and 5, and it doesn't matter what order I add in. If I have 7, it looks like I'm pretty close to having 10, but I need 3 more. So how many am I going to take from the other add end? That's right. I am going to use a marker. I'm going to take from the 5. I'm going to give the 7 3 from the 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross it off on my paper and redraw those 3 down here. Can you see that? Now the 7 has become a full 10 because the 5 gave up some of them. And now I have 10 plus 2 right here. Yeah. 10 and 2 makes 12. So 5 and 7 must make 12. So it's simply the same, except that instead of moving the magnets, we're going to cross off and give them up. Let's do one more. Here we have 8 plus 6. 8 is pretty close to 10. So how many does it need to go to 10? 1, 2, 2 spots. So let's take from the 6 off 2. 1, 2. Put it up here. 1, 2. Now this 8 has become a full 10, and we've got 10 and 4 left over. 10 and 4 is 14. So 8 plus 6 makes 14. So I want you to try this at home. Use your sheet, and if you have any questions, your parents can let me know, and we can schedule a Google Meet. Happy learning!